my God.
By 30, muscle loss begins. By 50, nutrient absorption drops. By 80, health challenges rise. But you have more control than you think. Genetics account for 20 to 30% of your health outcomes. The rest, yours to influence. There's a $6.3 trillion movement growing, sweeping across the globe, person to person, community to community. A movement where age is a metric, not a mandate. Your biological age doesn't have to match your chronological one. But how old you are shouldn't define how young you look and feel. We've spent over 70 years pushing the frontiers of wellness and longevity, investing over $500 million in research and development, and 110 clinical studies to deliver measurable results with real people. We measure aging where it matters most, at the cellular level, supporting key biomarkers of longevity, from the inside out, outside in, and all around. Because we're not here to trick the clock. We're here to make the clock a thing of the past. So you're free to add more life to every one of your years. Free to look, feel, and live younger, longer. Free to live without limits. Shaklee. Live age-free.
Well, welcome everyone. We want to be sure to tell you that we would love to have you actually tell us where you're coming in from. Oh, okay. Welcome everyone. Let's start this again. Be sure to tell us where you're tuning in from, and please feel free to ask questions or comment in the chat. So stay till the end because we have some exciting offers, prizes, and drawings for you to participate in. So we're glad you're here, and whether you're in your 30s or your 40s or your 50s or even beyond, tonight is for anyone who wants more energy, better metabolism, and long-term vitality. My name is Elena. I'm a former teacher turned wellness entrepreneur. I'm very passionate about helping others grow into their healthiest, most vibrant selves, both inside and out. And with 46 years in the Shaklee world, I've been guiding others and making empowered choices for their health, mindset, and purpose. So I believe it's never too late to grow, dream big, or live with joy. So we're diving into tonight how protein, which is often overlooked, is one of the biggest health levers that you could ever pull. And we're going to cover tonight why protein is essential and often underconsumed, what a protein-powered wellness routine looks like for you, Shaklee's upgraded Life Shake, our brand new sparkling protein launching this fall, fun ways to use it, including healthy mocktails, and we want you to stay tuned to the end because you can get entered into our drawing for prizes and also learn how to get started. So now I'd like to introduce to all of you Dr. Gabrielle Lyon. She is a DO, MD. She's board certified, a family physician, and the founder of the muscle-centric medicine movement. Now, she maintains that our skeletal muscle is the most vital strategy for longevity, metabolic health, and disease prevention. She educates on practical evidence-based strategies to build and retain muscle, reset metabolism, and age gracefully while performing at your very best. Now, she is the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and the USA Today best-selling author of a book called Forever Strong. It's a new science-based strategy for aging well. And recently, she spoke to us at the June Shaklee Summit in Chicago. And I would love for you just to take a quick peek at what she was teaching us.
Let's talk about muscle. Muscle is the organ of longevity. Protein now is having its moment, and that moment is here to stay. And the reason is because people are starting to recognize that muscle is everything. 50% of people do not work out. Being sedentary in and of itself is a disease state. There is no such thing as a healthy sedentary person. We think about protein just for muscle. And listen, muscle is the most important organ, but protein does so much more. And all of our enzymes and all of our tissues rebuild and repair. But the actual growth of the tissue, we think we need more protein for building more muscles. We don't. We do need more protein for building muscle, but it's not the majority of the protein that we need. We have to support aging and turnover. Dietary protein, it's critical for individuals to make choices with protein. It's non-negotiable.
Yeah.
It's ultimately the most essential macronutrient. There's nothing that is going to allow them to protect muscle without protein.
All right, awesome. Hi, I think we're done here. Isn't that all you needed to hear from a doctor's? You need more protein? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Well, okay, we've got some more stuff to tell you. So let's get into the heart of tonight's message about protein. Now you might be thinking, or maybe after listening to that, you're not thinking, is protein really that important if I'm not trying to build muscle or become a bodybuilder? And the answer is absolutely yes, especially as we get older. So my name is Robin. I'm one of your co-hosts tonight, and I am very excited about this topic. It is, we've come to learn that it is one of the most important nutrients we can get now. Here's what most people don't realize, that aging actually begins in your 30s. Okay, do we have anybody 30 on? I don't know if we do or not, but pay attention. That's when your body naturally starts losing muscle mass, about 3 to 8% per decade. And that number goes up even faster at 60. Now, if we're not doing something to preserve or rebuild that muscle, it doesn't just affect how we look, it affects how we live. So what happens when we lose muscle? We feel more tired. We gain fat more easily, especially around the middle. Our metabolism slows down, even if we're eating the same. We feel weaker, both physically and mentally. Our immune system becomes less resilient, and even our brain function can be affected. That reminds me of what they tell you to expect as you get older, right? That just dawned on me. It's like, oh yeah, you can expect all this. Well, maybe we don't have to expect all that. Now, most people aren't even thinking about muscle unless they're trying to tone up for summer. But what if we thought about muscle differently? Dr. Lyon said it best. Muscle is the organ of longevity, and that changes everything. Muscle isn't just about looking fit. It's about being strong, capable, and independent for life. It's what allows us to climb stairs, carry groceries, hug our grandkids, throw our grandkids up in the air, for goodness sake, and stay active into our 80s, 90s, and even our hundreds. So, what actually is protein, and why do we need it? Protein is one of the 3 essential macronutrients, along with carbohydrates and fats, that your body needs to function. But unlike carbs and fats, which your body can store, your body doesn't store protein. So you need to replenish it every single day. Protein is made up of amino acids, which are the building blocks of your body. Think of protein as the raw material that your body uses to build and repair muscle, support your immune system, balance hormones, support your hair, skin, and nails, and even produce enzymes and neurotransmitters for brain health. So why do we need it? Especially as we age. Well, as we get older, our bodies naturally lose muscle, a condition called sarcopenia. And as I said, this starts as early as your 30s and accelerates after age 60. It affects your metabolism, meaning you burn fewer calories at rest. It affects your energy levels, your strength and mobility, and your immune resilience. Protein helps preserve and rebuild muscle, especially when paired with strength training or regular movement. We got to get moving, people. It also helps it also helps cravings, keeps cravings in check. That's hard to say. It stabilizes blood sugar and supports healthy aging from the inside out. It is essential, and most people just aren't getting enough. So how do you know? Most people, especially women, are drastically under eating protein. We tend to think that we're getting enough protein because maybe we had eggs at breakfast or a salad with some chicken at lunch. But in reality, the body needs 25 to 30 grams of protein or more per meal just to maintain muscle, and more if we're looking to rebuild what's lost. So how much protein do we actually need? Well, let's look to see what science is saying now. The general recommendation for healthy aging and muscle maintenance is 0.08 to 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight, not necessarily your current weight. So let's take me, for example. I'm not at my ideal body weight. I would love to be 139. That's a number I've thrown around for a few years now. That means I need about 111 to 139 grams of protein every day. And that's from that 0.8 to 1 gram times 139. Here's the kicker. If you're not eating enough protein, your body pulls it from your muscles. And that's what leads to the dreaded skinny fat look and slow metabolism. Now, let's take a look at your life. There might be a few reasons that you're not getting enough protein. Do you skip breakfast or other meals? Do you take the time to cook protein-packed meals? Maybe you're not sure exactly how much you actually need. We just gave you the calculations for that. If you're a vegetarian, you might be falling short. That takes extra work. And some people have a hard time digesting whole food proteins. Now, in a few minutes, we're going to show you what a protein wellness regimen can look like. Now, remember, if your goal weight's 139, 140, you should be eating 110 to 139 grams of protein a day to protect your muscle, support metabolism, and age strong. That's why we're so excited about what we're sharing with you tonight. We're going to show you how to make it simple to get the protein your body needs, why Shaklee's protein products are different, how they can fit into your daily life, and even some fun ways to use them, like refreshing mocktails with 40 grams of protein in a can. Yes, in a can. This isn't about fads or meal plans. It's about fueling your body to thrive. Protein is the foundation. And once you get that right, everything else gets easier. That's not a diet. It's a strategy for living longer, stronger, and feeling like yourself again. Now, we're going to bring someone special on, Patty Bills. She just completed a recent protein challenge in our Forever Young wellness community. And she was like a master of protein. She hit her daily protein goals almost every day. So can we bring Patty on to share with us for a couple minutes on how she did that?
I'm here.
Yay!
Hello. So I have to tell you, before we started doing this, our little protein challenge, I never thought about how much protein I was getting. I just knew that I was eating pretty healthy most of the time, but didn't. So anyway, so as soon as I got that protein app and started tracking the protein, I was shocked. And I was like, okay, I need to intentionally ingest some protein when I can in between meals is what I was doing. So basically the way that I got to my 120 grams, which is what was suggested for my goal weight per day, was I would do like our morning shake, which I happen to use water, the Life Shake. I use water. So I would add our energizing soy protein to it to create a soy milk out of that water, and then add my Life Shake because I don't use milk. And then I would always add like ground flaxseed and almonds. And that drink, when I did that, came to 43 grams in just one breakfast drink. So then I often would do like 3 more scoops of the energizing soy protein in like my hydrate, just as like a morning snack or something. Or I would do like, if I would look at my day of how much meat I was going to be eating, if I saw that it wasn't going to be a lot of protein for my lunch and dinner, then I would purposely snack on like 1 or 2 eggs, like make an egg salad sandwich, or throw a couple of fried eggs on like Ezekiel bread, which is a really high protein bread, and do that. And I even, like today, this afternoon, when I had my energy tea, I decided to I've never done this. I decided to throw it into my hydrate, which I've done before, but then I also added the energizing soy protein scoops to it, and that gives me like 14 grams just in a snack, along with my little snack bar that I usually do, which has 10 grams. And so I just would look at what I was going to be having for breakfast, for dinner, and lunch. And if it looked like the meat in those meals wasn't be quite enough, or wasn't going to have a lot of meat, then I would make sure I snacked on things that were high in protein. And like in the evening, if I looked at my tracker and I did not hit my 120, then I would always in the evening, and I know you shouldn't eat after a certain time, but I figure if it's protein, it's okay, and not a fatty protein. I would always add like some nuts maybe, or I would literally just have like half of a Life Shake as an evening snack before bed, just to get the protein in me, because I figure it was more important to get that in me than to worry about. And I know it's so low in calories, I wasn't worried about that part. So anyway, but if it wasn't for that tracker, I would never have figured out how to actually look at that and the details of that and get as close as I can. And I was hitting over 120 most days, and I still do. So it's been nice.
Oh my gosh, Patty, that is so awesome. Those tips are so helpful for all of us because I remember when I first tried to up my protein, this was about 7 years ago, I realized I was only doing 30 to 45 grams and it was like, how do I manage that? So these are great tips. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're very welcome. You're very, well, it was easy. So I'm not one of those that makes big fancy protein meals like the recipes. I just kind of found those high protein foods and made sure I incorporated them as my snacks in between our dinner and lunch. That's basically what I was doing. So
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for
you're
sharing.
welcome.
And now before we dive into more about protein and all the exciting ways to use it, I just wanted to take a few minutes to share why we trust the products that Patty just was talking about and that we're going to talk about tonight, and why Shaklee has been at the center of our wellness routines for decades. Now, Shaklee isn't new. In fact, it's been around for almost 70 years, pioneering clean, science-backed wellness before natural was even a buzzword. Our founder, Dr. Forrest C. Shaklee, created the first multiple vitamin in the United States in 1915. You might not have known that, before vitamins were even a thing. And when he launched this company in 1956, he built it on the idea that we should live in harmony with nature. What a great concept, right? Back everything with science. So pretty radical back then, still radical now, honestly. So what sets Shaklee apart? Who are we? Well, we were and are the nutritional pioneers in this industry. We are scientific innovators. And like I mentioned earlier, we created the very first multiple vitamin in the United States, the first plant-based protein supplement in the world, 110 and more clinical studies, 75 plus patents and patents pending. So we are science that you can actually trust. Every product is backed by clinical research, peer-reviewed studies, and decades of real results with real people. We're not chasing trends or fads, and Shaklee invests in double-blind, third-party studies and publishes all of its findings. So you're not just taking a product, you're taking something that's actually proven to work. We're clean, proven, and beyond organic. Every ingredient is tested for over 350 harmful contaminants, more than required by law. Shaklee follows the Beyond Organic standard, which goes beyond the USDA organic by verifying purity at every single step from raw material to finished product. And you'll never find artificial colors, sweeteners, or questionable fillers, just clean, concentrated nutrition. Planet friendly. We have been that from the very start. We were the first company in the world to be certified climate neutral, and that was back in 2000. That means that every product you use has a net zero impact on the planet. From biodegradable cleaners to combustible packaging, sustainability is part of our DNA. And we've always been a company with heart. This isn't just about products. Shaklee is about helping people feel good, do good, and live well. Now that means community, purpose, and possibility. And whether you're here to boost your own health or build a meaningful business around helping others, we have trusted Shaklee with my family for 46 years, for my health, my family's health, and for those that I care about. And tonight you're going to see just how powerful these products are. And it all starts with one of the most overlooked nutrients in wellness, and that is protein. Now let's talk about something that I'm personally so excited about, and that's our new and improved Longevity Life Shake. This isn't just a protein shake. It's a clinically proven formula designed to help you live longer and healthier, and that's why we call it our Longevity Shake. Those are not just buzzwords. It's a bold promise, and Shaklee delivers. And what makes this formula so powerful? Well, our Longevity Life Shake pairs ultra clean plant protein with foundational nutrition, the kind of nutrition your body needs every single day to function at its very best. Now, it contains 0 grams of sugar. So it's perfect for anyone looking to reduce sugar intake while enjoying something delicious and satisfying. Did you hear me? 0 grams of sugar. Also, each one of these shakes gives you 20 grams of protein, a unique amino acid called leucine, which helps build and protect lean muscle, supports metabolism, cravings, control, and energy throughout the day. Now, why is this important? So we brought up Dr. Gabrielle Lyon a couple times, and her tagline is muscle is the organ of longevity. So while protein and leucine are building blocks of that longevity, we are using that especially, and we need it especially as we age. Without enough protein, we lose muscle faster, and that means slower metabolism, stubborn fat, low energy, and feeling like your body just isn't working like it used to be. Now, this shake helps reverse that trend, but it doesn't stop at protein. The Longevity Life Shake also gives you 25 essential vitamins and minerals, 6 grams of fiber to promote and support digestion and help you feel full longer, prebiotics to feed the good gut bacteria, omega-3s for your brain and heart, and it supports our healthy hormone levels. Now, this is nutrition that works on every system in your body, your gut, your brain, your heart, your immune system, bones, metabolism, you name it. And it's not just a theory, it's clinically proven. Shaklee has put this formula through rigorous clinical testing and proved that it fuels a longer, healthier life. So whether your goal is to feel more energized, maintain a healthy weight, age with strength, or just stay ahead of chronic conditions, this is one of the most powerful and convenient tools you can use daily. Now, are you excited yet? Because not only does it provide all of that, it's easy. All you do is shake it up with water or plant milk or blend it into a smoothie and you're set. It's gluten-free, dairy-free, non-GMO, sweetened naturally with 0 sugar, and it comes in great tasting plant flavors like rich chocolate, French vanilla, and more flavors are coming, which are going to include some other soy options. It's satisfying enough to replace a meal or just pair it as your light breakfast or lunch. For many of us, this is our go-to daily habit. It's been mine for 40 plus years, and not just for convenience or weight management, but because we know it's helping us feel better now while building health for the long haul. That's why it's called Longevity Shake. Now, we asked Sarah to send us a video of her experience with Life Shake. Sarah's a young mom with a busy lifestyle, and she was gracious enough to share us her story.
Hey guys, I just wanted to come and talk a little bit about a shake that has made a big difference in my life. I have been using Shaklee's plant-based protein shake as well as their whey for over a year now. So part of that was towards the end of my pregnancy with Grady, and he's now 7 months. I did continue using the shake postpartum to help me out with weight loss, and it surprisingly actually helped boost my energy too when I was getting enough protein in each day. also just the convenience of it, being able to just basically grab a jar and just throw in a bottle of water like this. And it doesn't even take the whole bottle. Shake it up. And it doesn't even take a lot of shaking, but there you go. There's a meal made. And if you're a mom, then you know how nice it is to be able to have a meal made that fast. Especially one that is so good for you, nutritious. The other thing is that it actually saves our family money. It's at less than $4 a serving. And so at less than $4 a serving, convenient, quick, and nutrient dense. I really can't think of anything that I'd rather do for my protein.
Know what she's talking about.
And I don't know what I'm talking about, apparently. So yeah, I do recommend it to anyone who's looking for something quick, affordable, delicious, and nutrient dense. That's my checklist, and it hits every mark.
Oh my God. I'll leave it to a little one to tell us that we don't know what we're talking about. She's so cute. Okay. I love that. Now we're going to talk about something brand new. And it's unlike anything we have ever had before. It's unlike anything that's even in the marketplace that you can get your hands on. It is new, and patent pending. Coming this October, Shaklee is launching a product that's going to change the way we think about protein. And it's called Sparkling Protein. Happen to have a can right here. Uh-oh, my background. Well, there we go. Sparkling Protein. And yes, it's exactly like it sounds. What is sparkling protein? It's a whopping 40 grams of clean, next generation whey protein in a light, fizzy, refreshing lemon lime flavored drink. It is the first of its kind in the wellness world. Nobody else is doing this. So instead of another protein bar or another shake or a sugary snack to power through your day, you're going to be able to grab a cold can of sparkling protein that feels more like a treat than a supplement. It's light, crisp, convenient, and most importantly, effective. Now let's review why this matters. We've talked about as women, especially, are under consuming protein. We're talking 60 to 80% of the population falling short of daily protein needs. And even if you know you need more, sometimes shakes or full meals just aren't realistic in the moment. You're on the go, you're at your desk, you just want something quick that still supports your body. This is your answer. With 40 grams of complete protein, and someone commented in the chat that it's lactose free too. So it's whey protein, but lactose free. This makes it easier than ever to reach your daily protein target, whether you drink it mid-morning, post-workout, or as an afternoon pick-me-up instead of a soda. I hope you're not drinking soda or another cup of coffee. But this isn't just about protein numbers. Like all Shaklee products, sparkling protein is clean, non-GMO, clinically designed, naturally sweetened with monk fruit and zero sugar. Seeing a trend here, zero sugar, and free from artificial sweeteners, colors, or preservatives. This is a wellness drink, not just a convenience beverage. And it's built to support your muscle, energy, metabolism, and longevity. So whether your goals are fat loss, better recovery, or just more sustained energy through the day, sparkling protein delivers. Now, the other day, Elena took one of her cans of sparkling protein to her hairstylist, Cindy, and she videotaped Cindy's reaction to trying the sparkling protein for the first time. So let's play that short little video.
Cindy, look what we're gonna do. Are you feeling tired? Need more energy? All right, girlfriend.
I'm excited.
Here we go. Let's pop this. Perfect. $20 grams for each of us. Zero sugar. And it's going to help our GLP-1 support. Sound good to you?
Sounds great.
All right, here we go. Tell me what you think.
Ooh, that's really good. It's very refreshing.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Did you ever think you could get protein in a can?
absolutely not.
So here you go.
So I absolutely need this. This is really good.
Okay.
I'm used to that sparkling water, you
Yeah.
know. So this is really refreshing.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing it with me.
Yes, thank you.
Isn't that awesome? So awesome. Okay, now let's talk about everyone's new favorite kind of drink, mocktails. So, because of its clean lemon lime taste and light fizz, it is the perfect base for mocktails that feel fun, fancy, and functional. You don't need alcohol to have a good time. With our sparkling protein, you can create delicious mocktails that hydrate, energize, and support muscle health. Look at this one. It sounds delicious. Berry lime sparkle with muddled berries and mint. Now, what about a protein sunset spritz? That's inspired by the Italian Aperol spritz. Or a lemon grove fizz with lemonade and honey. I mean, you can come up with all kinds of fun mocktail recipes. You can really get creative. They're perfect for post-workout, afternoon pick-me-ups, or just sipping while watching the sunset. No sugar crash, no guilt, just great taste and real results. So if you would like some more mocktail recipes, drop a 6 in the chat and we'll be sure that you get some. Now mark your calendar. October's when it drops. But if you're already thinking, I want this in my life now, you're going to want to stay tuned until the end because we'll show you how you can get a whole case of sparkling protein before anyone else, if you can see yourself sharing these products with some friends. Okay, back to you, Elena.
All right, so I really want to talk about this amazing concept of GLP-1. And we probably have been hearing about it quite often on the television, on Instagram and social media. So let's quickly talk about something amazing that happens inside your own body when you fuel it right. And that's the hormone called GLP-1. Now, it's responsible for helping you feel full, controlling blood sugar, and reducing cravings. Now, it's been getting a lot of attention lately, like I said, because of the rise of injectable weight loss medications. But guess what? Your body was designed to produce GLP-1 naturally. They don't tell you that. And when you consume the right protein, fiber, and nutrients, like those in our Longevity Life Shake and our sparkling protein, you can support your body's natural GLP-1 production. So instead of chasing a quick fix, you're giving your body what it needs to thrive naturally, powerfully, and sustainably. Now that you've learned about the power of protein, let's talk about what an actual protein-powered wellness routine might look like for you. So let's break it down. And remember, this isn't about dieting. It's about a strategy, fueling your body the way it was designed to thrive. So, earlier, Robin mentioned that she was targeting 119 or more grams of protein every single day. And so if we were to look at a morning, maybe breakfast to power up yourself with purpose, we probably would want to start with a Longevity Life Shake, which has 20 grams of clean, complete protein. You can blend it with berries, almond butter, or greens for a full meal. And almond butter also adds more protein. It keeps your blood sugar stable, energy will be up, cravings will be down. And here's a little pro tip. I love to add my collagen 9 for another 10 grams of protein. And sometimes I throw in my organic greens for extra glow and gut health. Now, mid-morning is important too. So you might consider 1/4 of a cup of almonds, which could equal 8 grams of protein, or 1/4 of a cup of cashews, or 2 tablespoons of sunflower seeds, which both would equal about 5 grams. Now, for lunch, you want to stay fueled. Don't skip lunch because you do not want to get foggy. So build your meals around protein like chicken, lentils, tofu, quinoa, eggs. Aim for 25 to 30 grams per meal to support your lean muscle and metabolism, or grab a second Life Shake when the time gets tight in your schedule. Late afternoon is just as important. And here we're going to suggest a sparkle strategy by using the sparkling protein when it launches in October, or if you should get this sooner. And it will become your new best friend. It's refreshing, fizzy, packed with 14 grams of protein without the crash. You can enjoy it straight out of the can or as a mocktail like Robin had mentioned earlier. And since this isn't available until October, here are some other snack ideas to increase your protein for the day. And so we want you to stay tuned when Robin shares some other options for you. Now, don't skip protein at dinner. Use salmon, lean, clean red meats, beans, tofu, eggs all work. And even helps with overnight muscle repair and keeps nighttime cravings at bay. And I think we heard Patty talk about that, where she would give herself a little protein boost before she went to bed. Another pro tip is try a warm, rich chocolate longevity life shake, or try a protein mug cake for dessert. And if you're not sure what a mug cake is, drop a 7 in the chat, and the person who invited you tonight will be sure to get you this to die for fan favorite. Now, what you're beginning to see is that this is a lifestyle. It's not rigid. It's not overwhelming. It's just simple, strategic steps that support your energy, muscle, metabolism, and mood, all powered by clean quality protein. And when you look at this little protein cheat sheet, you can see a lot of different options. So either take a screenshot of this or ask the person who invited you to give you this cheat sheet, and you can use these common high protein foods throughout the day. We also have trackers, as Patty mentioned. We have a simple one that can provide you that you can download. Or you might even want to download an app like MyFitnessPal for a more detailed breakdown of what you're eating. So if you need a tracker, put tracker in the chat. Now I'm going to turn it back to Robin to share some of our next steps.
Thank you. Awesome, Elena. All right. If you're convinced that you're not eating enough protein, or you don't think you're eating enough protein, drop a 2 in the chat. We would love to know. If you think you need more protein, drop a 2. All right. Now, you may be literally on the edge of your seat wondering how to get started and how to get your hands on the new Life Shake and the sparkling protein. So let's talk about next steps. There are a couple of ways to say yes to Shaklee, and both come with exclusive perks. And remember, an empty bottle guarantee. Now, if you're thinking you'd love to try the products, you can join us as a preferred member. As a member, you get 15% off all of your orders, like forever. And if you spend over $150, you can get free shipping, flat rate shipping if you don't. So it's a great deal to become a Shaklee member. So many great things to buy. And we have a loyalty rewards program that gives you even more savings. Now, when your initial order is over $150, your $19.95 membership is free. So if you're not a Shaklee member yet, you get free membership with a $150 order and your free shipping, and that is the best bang for your buck. This that you're seeing on this screen is our newest member bundle, and that includes the products that we've highlighted tonight to get your protein intake to where it needs to be. This is called the 30-day protein power-up bundle, and it gives you a full month of the longevity life shake and collagen, which we didn't even talk about tonight. And you can get a can of, oh, this is actually the wrong slide here. I apologize for that. They were, I think I mixed them up, but you can get 1 can of the one-of-a-kind patent pending sparkling protein. This bundle is a great way to get started because it's specially discounted and you get the free shipping and the free membership when you spend $150 or more. Now, the person who invited you tonight can help you with your first order. And I hear my granddaughter tapping on the door. Sorry about that. Okay, next slide. In addition to all that, we have a special offer for you this month. When you spend over $175, when you join, you get to choose a free youth gel cleanser or our amazing multitasker collagen product called Up and Glowing, which is really one of my faves. But if you get the bundle and another product, get the free youth cleanser. You're going to love that stuff. I love it too. Okay, Now let's take a look at this next bundle. So if you can imagine sharing your product results and a referral link with a friend, becoming an ambassador might be the way you want to start. And there are optional ways to join. You can become an ambassador for just $49.95. But, let's be real. You're going to want some products, right? So this is a fabulous bundle to start with. You get a 28 serving bag of Life Shake and Collagen 9, and you get an entire 12 pack of sparkling protein. An entire 12 pack of sparkling protein before anybody else gets their hands on it. With this bundle, because you're spending over $175, you get to choose then if you want the Youth Gel Cleanser or the Up and Glowing Collagen Multitasker. You also get your ambassador fee is included in this, free shipping, and when you become an ambassador, you unlock the ability to earn some extra money while you're sharing some great wellness products. Okay. Last thing before we wrap up. Prizes. Just for being here tonight, you're going to be entered into our drawing to win this cool shaker bottle. That one is that on the right? That pink shaker bottle. You don't have to pick pink. We'll give you some other options if you don't want a pink one. But just for coming here tonight, you're going to be entered into a drawing to win that shaker bottle. I really like it. Now we're doing something new for everyone who joins us as a new customer or an ambassador. For every product you purchase before tomorrow night at midnight, that's Thursday at midnight, you'll get an entry to win the shaker bottle, a set of really cool fabric resistant bands, and Dr. Lyon's book, Forever Strong. So that's for every product that you order, you're going to get one entry into this drawing for those 3 items. So be sure to get in touch with the person who invited you tonight so we can be sure to get all of your entries, and we'll be announcing the winners by this weekend. Okay, now I want to thank you. Thank you so much for spending time with us tonight. We hope that you're leaving with a deeper understanding of how powerful protein really is, and how it can help you feel stronger, more energized, and more in control of your health. I want you to know a little something about our team. We are truly passionate about sharing simple, science-backed health information that makes a real difference. And we're not here for just this one event. We're here as your trusted wellness coaches, cheering you on as we all build lives filled with energy, vitality, and longevity. And we're going to keep the momentum going. Mark your calendars for our next 2 webinars. I think we have a slide on that, don't we, Kath? July 23rd, which is next Wednesday, your summer wellness game plan. And August 18th is our next Forever Young wellness webinar. And the focus on that will be announced, all right? Each one is going to be packed with tips, tools, and real life strategies you can use right away. Until then, if you have any questions, want help choosing the right products, or you're curious about becoming a member or ambassador, reach out to the person who invited you tonight. We are here to help and support you. Thanks again for joining us. We can't wait to see you at our next webinar. Good night, everyone, and God bless.